Of course. We can
The first question is the easy one, as always. What is the status of the negotiations between the Troika, the IMF, and the Greek authorities?
Yeah.
Where we stand right now?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Michael. And also, do me a favor for the people watching. Do the names when you ask questions. Yeah, for a transcript and stuff, be helpful. Thanks, man. Just a quick status report on Greece. We expect the negotiating mission to return in January. Meanwhile, discussions on the sixth review, that's where we're at right now, the sixth review of the IMF program, have been continuing and they've been constructive. We have a technical fiscal team on the ground in Athens to continue work on various fiscal issues as part of the ongoing sixth review. And that's really where we stand. I mean, our focus at the moment is on successfully completing the sixth review.
I'm sure you know that we have some political developments in Greece. I wanted to know what is the IMF's position on this, because the Europeans took a position. And also, as I understand, the Prime Minister of Greece has informed its European partners on his decision. Did he inform Mrs. Lagarde too?
I don't have any specific details on that level of contact with fund management. I have to get back to you on that, Michael. I'm not sure, but certainly it's our understanding that the authorities now intend to continue the current fund arrangement on a precautionary basis. We welcome also their intention to request an enhanced condition credit line from the Europeans, but beyond that, I don't really have much more to offer.
This is Eleni Argyri.
For your viewers, we're going to do a bunch of Greece questions here, and then I'll try to move to other items. Thanks.
So this is Greek Public TV. In spite of the political situation in Greece, the review remains unfinished all these months. Can you tell us why? What are the unresolved issues, please?
We like I said, we've had ongoing contacts with the Greek authorities, and they continue. There's, like I said, a technical fiscal mission on the ground, and the discussions that we've had with the Greeks have been constructive. But beyond that, I don't really have much to offer. Let me just say, for those that aren't following as closely as your Greek colleagues are, our focus at the moment is on the successful completion of the sixth review, so that Greece can continue to put in place the essential conditions for sustainable growth and job creation and meet its fiscal targets under the existing fund program. The review can be completed provided there is swift progress on the policies needed for it to move forward. In terms of those policies, again, let's let the mission work play out before we get into that. I'm going to take one more Greek question, and I'm going to. We got a large Greek press contingent here this morning. Okay, I'm going to start there and come back to you. I'm sorry if we want to get. You have a Greek question as well. Let's please.
Yes, thank you, Katerina Sokou with Greek Daily Kathimerini. The question is. One of the questions is: could the presidential vote and the result of the presidential vote postpone the return of the full negotiating mission to Greece that you said would normally take place in January?
No, I mean, as I mentioned at the top of the briefing, we expect to return to Athens in January. I don't have anything beyond that.
And may I follow up on, you said that basically that there is a technical fiscal mission right now in Greece. Does this mean that this is the sticking point, that unless the fiscal gap is closed, the full negotiating mission will not go back to Greece?
I wouldn't draw that inference, but fiscal policy is an important issue. But beyond that, I wouldn't draw the inference about timing of the negotiating mission and this technical mission. We have a lot of work to do in Greece, as you know. I mean, we've been doing a lot of work in Greece. We need to have people on the ground doing that kind of analysis. I think that's really the significance of that.
Ian Talley, Wall Street Journal. Have you, or has the mission, any IMF officials met with Tsipras or any other Syriza officials? And can you just clarify what your answer about whether the presidential elections might delay. I thought the first thing you said was no, and then you...
Okay, let me, on the Cyprus, on the level of contacts with the political leadership and the mission, I don't have any details on that at the moment. We'll check on that and get back to all of you.
No, I appreciate it, because you comment on that for Egypt, so...
Yeah, no, I just don't have any, I don't have any guidance on any, but we'll chase it. In terms of what you're trying to figure out what I'm saying on the January mission, no, we intend to return to Athens in January. In terms of election outcomes, it's all, that would be hypothetical. I'm not aware of that being the defining.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're not saying, you're saying that you hope to conclude the mission before the elections, but as in other cases, like Ukraine, if there isn't a government to deal with, then a formed government, then it is.
That's getting into a level. That's getting a level. Yeah, I see where you're trying to draw. No, that's getting into a whole level of speculating. No, my point is.
I'm sorry, Bill, it's not speculation, because we're talking about a real timing of elections. We're talking about like what the IMF's intent is.
The premise here, I just want to clarify for our audience the premise of the question. Our plan is to return to Athens with a negotiating mission in January. That's our plan. So, okay.
Sorry, just a basic Greek question.
Sure.
I'm sure everyone else knows. Just to clarify, this is Anna Yukonanov with Reuters. You said, so Greece has asked for a precautionary line, because I believe last time we spoke,
Correct.
They hadn't actually asked.
That's our understanding, is that the authorities now intend to continue with the current fund program on a precautionary basis.
Right. So then basically, as soon as the 6th review is complete, it would switch over to a precautionary basis. And I mean, what does that mean? Is that means you have to renegotiate the conditions, or what is?
No, it's just how this is terminology that's used in terms of signaling to the world what a country, could be any country, not just Greece.
Sorry, did Greece ask for the capital?
No, our understanding is the authorities intend to
ask
for
the European.
Well, it's our program. It's not the Europeans' program. Our program is precautionary.
Talking about the IMF program.
Talking about the IMF program. But then get back to Anna's question.
Where do you stand on that?
Where do I stand? Our intention is we have a program with the Greek government and intend to continue the program as far as I'm aware. But anyway, getting back to the question that Anna raised about the precautionary versus existing program, a program which disperses. What it is, it's just a characterization of how a country sends a signal to the rest of the world about what they intend to do with the credit. So when you treat it as precautionary, you still have this conditionality, but you still treat it, you're just telling the world, we don't intend to draw on the credit. We don't intend to draw.
So, sorry,
but we have it as a backstop.
As a follow-up, other countries that have precautionary IMF programs started off as precautionary, and they were often countries that already had really good policies and therefore had fewer conditionality attached. I don't know of any other examples where a country has switched halfway through.
Off the top of my head, there's numerous examples.
Okay.
I can't, off the top of my head, pull them out right now, but this is not unprecedented. This is definitely not unprecedented. Okay.
But we're not finished about
Oh, yes, welcome back to Washington. I understand this is, you haven't been here in a while. Yeah, can you identify yourself for our audience?
Yeah, Thanos Dimandis for Alpha TV.
That's great, Thanos, thanks.
So, William, I want to ask you whether you believe that the political uncertainty existing right now in Greece, as we know, is a factor of destabilization of the economy. Do you agree with this view?
I'm not going to comment on the political process in Greece, but in any country we see in other countries that you tend to have volatility in markets before elections, and beyond that, I don't have any observations.
And given the opaque situation existing right now in the political spectrum in Greece, what is your major fear for the country, if I would ask you that?
Like I said, our main goal right now is to see the 6th review of the IMF program successfully completed, and that's what we're focused on.
If not?
We are working with our Greek colleagues to complete the 6th review.
But possibilities are open.
I'm not going to speculate beyond that, Thomas. Can we start moving off of Greece, because I really don't have much more to add. I'm sure there's I see people that would want to ask other things, but I'll make it one last Greece question, okay? One. Let's keep, please.
Thank you. I just want to ask you if the current program on the precautionary basis, as you said, is your ideal evolution of the relationship with Greece going forward.
Our relationship with all countries evolve over time, and you know, the goal right now for us is to complete the 6th review with Greece and see Greece as a country return to a more stable and sustainable economic environment. That's our ultimate goal. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, let's move, and thanks for those Greece questions. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to comment on Greece, though.